A second location can be the best decision you make, or it can quietly damage the store that you got here. The difference almost never comes down to the new location itself. It comes down to what happens to the first one while you're building the second. This week, we're going to look at what actually protects your original store when you expand, a straightforward readiness test, and 3 things to do before you sign up. So here's the part nobody puts in the pitch for expanding. Open a new location and you are not adding a separate business. You are asking one owner and usually one bank account to carry 2 of them at the same time. Whatever made this expansion possible in the first place can start slipping while every bit of your energy goes towards getting the new one off the ground. There is only so much of you to go around once there are 2 doors that need to open at once. Protection number 1. It's the one owners skip most often when they're in a hurry to open. Fund a reserve specifically for the new location before you sign a single document, and keep it sitting apart from whatever cushion you've already built for the original store. It's tempting to lean on that existing cushion to get the new location off the ground faster. Resist it. Every dollar you pull from the first store cushion is a dollar that store won't have if it still isn't hit right after you open the new one somewhere else. Protection number 2. Ask yourself a blunt question. Could the store keep running exactly as it does now if you vanish for 2 weeks with no phone signal? If the honest answer involves you being reachable constantly, that's not a management team yet. That's you with extra step. Get your procedures written down somewhere other than your own memory. Put someone in charge who actually allowed to make a call on the spot, and build enough trust with your team that a bad moment gets handled on site instead of escalating straight to you. Protection number 3. It sounds obvious until you actually see it play out. Keep the books apart for each location starting on opening day. Look at the 2 figures on the screen. Same total revenue, completely different story once you split them. One location can end up quietly funding the other losses for months, and a single combined number would never tell you what's happening. Break profit, cash, margin out by location, or the problem stays invisible until it's expensive to fix. Here's the one question that matters more than a spreadsheet in this entire conversation. Would your original store hold steady if you step away starting tomorrow for 2 weeks? If the honest answer is no, that's the actual problem sitting right in front of you, and it needs fixing before a second list, not after one. Opening a new location was never going to rescue a shaky first one. All it does is put 2 shaky things under the same roof at the same time. Before you go any further, run through this with a pen in hand. Can you pull 2-3 clean months of numbers from your own current store with your own drugs taken out of the picture? Has whoever in charge actually run the floor alone for a real stretch, not just the Saturday shift, a genuine couple of weeks? Is there real money set aside for the new location that has nothing to do with protecting the first one? And is there an actual break-even worked out on the paper, done before you're anywhere near a signature? Missing any of this isn't a clue, it just means you're not there. That won't cost you anything but a bit of time. Go and pull out 3 months of real numbers from your current location. With anything personal, strip that out. Actually, try going without setting foot in the store for 2 weeks. Hand it fully to someone else and see what happens. Don't just imagine how it will go. And work out on paper what the new location needs to bring in every month, just to break it long before there's even a land waiting for your signature. This is exactly the situation Margini was built to help with. Once you're past the single location, each store number stays distinct in the app, so a strong month at one address can quietly cover for a weak one somewhere else. You get a clear read on which location is actually doing the heavy lift and one that needs a closer look, described in plain English instead of a spreadsheet you have to build for yourself. A second location should make your business stronger, not quietly drain the store that made it possible in the first place. Look after the original one on purpose, and the new one actually has a solid ground to stand on. Full details are in the description below. Next week, we are getting into what your numbers need to look like before you sit down across from a bank asking for financing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.